Hey, thank you for coming and listening to this, taking a few minutes to listen. I just got off a call with a small group of people. Like I mentioned before, I like to hang out with inspirational, real positive-minded people. And right at the end of the gathering, the host, everybody's saying goodbye, and the host stayed on, and she and I ended up talking, and I was telling her about this, I guess I'll call it a phenomenon that's going on in my life, and that is that the message to me is that we are all connected. And it's not just like, oh, we're all connected, like that. It's like screaming at me. We are so connected. Not only us, but the plants and the trees, they're all interconnected. It's unbelievable. So I'm reading a spiritual book, and it's called I Am That. And it's more about what we're not. I am not that, and I'm not this. I am really just this. And I was telling her about that book. She knows that I'm reading that book. And because I love to read. So I'm reading all different kinds of things. Well, I asked her, I said, have you ever heard of the word mycelium? And she said, no. And I'd never heard of it before either until just a couple of months ago. And mycelium is I guess I'll call it the communication web between all plants. And it's running underground, like trees are communicating through their root system, probably from the tops too. This guy is in the roots, so he had studied that. And that the trees are all communicating. They're communicating with their young, like in a forest. The tree drops its seedlings, once a year, and so many of them take root. And that tree knows that it's got these babies, that if the baby starts to struggle, they actually send energy to that baby tree. I'm like, what? And so we're connected like that. And then I start reading a book called Water Codes. I've had this love for water, learning about water. I was in the irrigation business for 20 years. And I used to share with my fellow comrades, I'll say, people that were in the same business. I was on the New England Irrigation Board. And I would share with them the books that I was reading about, the shortage of water, the shortage of clean water, and here we are blowing this water all over the place. And I'm not saying that, that it's bad in the sense that there's no more water, because we're drinking water, and they're restricting water in a lot of places, right? So water is just, we think of water as like, okay, it's everywhere, we know about water, it's just a liquid and we drink it and it keeps us alive and all that. But actually there's an intelligence in it, in that water is aware of us in the sense of our thoughts, our spiritualities, our intentions. And so, we've all heard about positive thinking, positive thoughts gets positive results, and the biology of belief and all that kind of stuff. That's also a book, Biology of Belief. And I'm coming to the conclusion that we're 99% of our molecules are made up of water. 70% of our mass is water. And that this water is communicating in our bodies through a fractal kind of situation, like little antennas sending messages all over our body. And it is also reading our emotions. So the point of it is that we are connected in so many ways. We're in a time right now where a lot of people are struggling. It's been a difficult time for many, including myself at times, But we are so connected. We are so alike. You know, we have this sense that we're being divided, you know, when in fact we are more like each other than we are different. There's very little difference. We all really kind of want the same things. I mean, Maslow's law of, you know, needs, hierarchy of needs. Food, shelter, warmth, clothing, that kind of stuff. And then going up the line, you know, education and home and family and all this, to self-realization. But the thing I wanted to leave you with is that we are so connected to each other. Because as we stand close to one another, the water in my body has a sense and a communication with the body, the water in your body. So that's how you get the vibe, so to speak, you know. It's a potential way. I'm not saying that it is the way, but I'm a little conjecturing here. But that's what it meant to me, is that God has connected all of us. That we have all come from the same place. Basically all got here the same way. And we will all leave the same way. We will all cross a bridge of peace. Total peace inside. Right at that moment. But really what I wanted to leave you with is that we are so much more connected than disconnected. We're so much more alike than disalike. There's so much in the news, and you hear it all around you, you know, the differences in people came out during the pandemic. But I want to just say that, keep it in our minds that we are way more alike and that we are way more connected. Like I said, trees are connected. Spirituality is connecting us. We all came here the same way. We're all leaving the same way. Water is connecting us. It's phenomenal. But that's the theme, the message that's been coming to me. It's been screaming at me that we're way more that connected. And so, anyway, take it for what it is. And listen to the next video. There's another bonus video. I like to add a little bit something for those of you that are coming for financial thoughts, because that's, you know, the business I'm in. But I don't always want to talk about that. I really want to talk about possibilities, thinking bigger in our lives. What can we do to serve others? We all start serving each other, it's going to be one big happy party here on earth, you know, if we take care of each other. Anyway, that's the message. We're so connected. So is everything around us. And we're part of that. So, anyway, until next time, we'll catch you later.